This is Greg Troutwine with Maritime Reporter TV, and I'm very pleased to be joined today with Luis Contreras, the president of Ciramar, and Craig Gundry, the GM of Fassmer Technical Projects, to discuss their company's recently announced deal, which will provide a new face in Caribbean shipbuilding and repair, Dominicana Caribbean Shipyards. Gentlemen, to start, why this alliance? Why now?
Well, there's been a need for a long period of time for a new shipyard to rise within the Caribbean region and the Americas in general, to be able to professionally service various ship types that often transit the area. And as you all know, there's some good shipyards in the area, but there certainly is room for another one to come about. And both Luis and I, basically a number of years ago, came together and started a relationship working with each other in different ways. We were doing business within Ciramar. Ciramar employees were supporting Fassmer Technical Projects on certain actions we were doing and retrofits in various industries and cruise industry and oil and gas. And it came just this perfect timing that we said, you know what, why don't we align ourselves, create a new brand of shipyard, Dominicana Caribbean Shipyards, that as it's currently structured can already service a good amount of vessel types within the market. But with our upgrade, where we're going to be able to organize and service and do retrofits, conversions, and major repairs on post-Panamax vessels, will be a new major player within this market.
Can either of you provide a by the numbers look at the new alliance/shipyard using the metrics of your choice?
As Ciramar, where before this strategic alliance, we were doing about 65 dry dockings per year, different type of vessels, from tankers, barges, bulk carriers, and container ships, and tugboats and barges. And our idea is, with this combination, with expansion of the shipyard and with Fassmer coming in with us, our idea is to do a faster turnaround and with the service, so that we can expand the yard and do more ships per month per se, and serve a larger amount of ships at the same time. And that will definitely create an impact on labor. Currently, we have about 400 people working in the shipyard, that combined with some contractors, of course. And we think with this expansion, when we work around the clock, well, we can double that number, which will create a good impact socially in our region.
This is where Fassmer comes in. Luis's organization, his family's organization, has been in business doing a great job for over 30 years. But now we're going to be in a period of relatively quick expansion. This Fassmer, a 171-year-old organization, as you know, as a shipbuilding company. There's lessons learned, there's best practices that we can impart, do knowledge transfer with the organization, Ciramar, Luis and his good team, to help that expansion happen responsibly, safely, give them the tools and knowledge and training they need to truly get them up to European ship standards when we're talking about ship repair and dry docks.
What specifically will Dominicana Caribbean Shipyards offer regarding services, and when can the industry start using them?
Okay, well, we are actually open for business. So ships already, we have already ship schedule, and we already have a combination of work of ships already that are coming to the shipyard. And we are doing with the assistant with Fassmer, we're doing it together. Like for an example, we have a ship that is a tanker. It's a LNG. It's coming under Lloyd's class, and they have all kinds of work, from mechanical work, steel work, and the Lloyd's will require certification for all the welding procedures and welders. And that's where having Fassmer with us within our organization, we could do the proper planning and cost analysis and how to save time when the ship gets in, have the materials ready and available. So like I said, we're just open for business. I mean, the shipyard's been there for 30 years, and we thought it was about time that we needed to do upgrade on the technology that is out there. Like Craig is mentioning, Fassmer has it. You know, they've been doing this for 171 years, and they have corrected many models of planning on different type of repairs and services. And we're going to add also a platform which is for new construction. And basically that was part of the most important visit from the Mr. Harold Fassmer, the president of Fassmer organization, was invited because we wanted to discuss with the president what solutions can bring Dominicana shipyard to the country, because since we're in an island, we're surrounded by water. Well, we need to do better with our coast patrol vessels for the Navy. There are some that there needs to be, we need to build new ones, multi-purpose vessels. And also there's hydroelectric with water dams. They need to build dredges. And there are some other ships that are different types for the tourist sector, and some other that are tugboats for our harbors. So this Dominicana Caribbean shipyard will definitely provide a good option to our market directly in the Dominican Republic. Then you can add also the current market, you know, share we have with the Caribbean and the Americas and all the ships that come in transit through the Dominican waters.
Luis, I'm sure many of the people watching this know the Ciramar Shipyard's name, but can you give a brief insights on your company and specifically what you are delivering to this partnership?
Yes. Well, our company actually started in 1984, and we started, my father founded, and actually I follow after him. And we started as a small company. It's still a business-owned company. And we started working in that location, which is in the south west of the Santo Domingo, which is only 1 hour away from the city. And it's within Inner Bay, which is very calm. We have 3 floating dry docks and 120,000 square meters of land. So we have ability to expand. And our idea is combining that over 30 plus years, we have formed professionals, locals, becoming welders and people that do paint application, and electricians and mechanics. And we have done some new buildings as well during these years. I think we can provide that to our organization and give that to Fassmer. So now they can have already a place where we already have the facility already, with a dry dock and piers and warehouses and workshops, and water is deep enough. So it's a perfect timing where we can do and improve what we have at the moment. But not only that, with the combination of Fassmer, since we're going to expand soon, we're planning to do an investment of $50 million to expand the facility. That means adding another dry dock, and also bring a kind of like a synchro-lift platform to move ships in ground. So we don't have now ships like in our cases with dry dock 1 and 2, our small and medium-sized dry docks. We have ships waiting in line just to get service. So with this expansion, we can actually have more ability to do more ships at the same time, and not having the customer to wait in line either to get in dry dock, or those who are in dry dock that for some reason are delayed. Well, it doesn't interrupt the schedule for the one which is scheduled for the next appointment. But in order for us to do that, definitely we need the assistance and help from our big brother Fassmer, that can definitely make sure that we can be able to do this and also make sure and give more, let's say, how would you say that, give more comfort to the investment bank that it's going to provide the funding to do this.
So Craig, I'm absolutely certain that our viewers know the Fassmer name, but can you give us a short overview of the company with insights on what you bring to this relationship?
Sure. And I'd like to start out, one of the first things that starts things off on the right foot between Fassmer and Ciramar is how much similarities there really are in the organization. First and foremost, we're both family organizations. As Luis mentioned, his father established the shipyard over 30 years ago, and it still remains a family-owned and operated shipyard. Fassmer, as you know, 171 years, is in its 5th generation of family ownership, with the Fassmer family, Harold and Holger Fassmer being the 2 current brothers that are running the company today. And an interesting side note to what really kind of brought us even closer together, as Luis and I started to first talk to each other some years ago, is Luis put it together and I didn't know. And one day we're talking to each other and he's like, you and my dad are brothers. I'm like, what are you talking about? His dad's 82 years old. And I'm like, okay. He's like, he went to Kings Point and I went to Kings Point. I'm a graduate in 2003. I believe Luis Sr. graduated in 58 or 59. And an interesting fact about Luis Sr. is he was the first naval architect in not only the Dominican Republic, but also the entire Caribbean. So that's how deep of a family ties that they have to shipbuilding. Luis Sr. was very determined to get the expertise. He went to Kings Point. He got his naval arch degree. I believe it was Michigan, correct, Luis?
University of Michigan, yes.
And University of Michigan. And then he came back to the Dominican Republic to build ships. And then create the shipyard that exists today. So that, together with our history, 171 years in shipbuilding as Fassmer, family-owned organization. And besides being shipbuilding experts, doing new build vessels, same and similar sizes of what we're looking to even do new build offshore patrol vessels at Ciramar for the Dominican Republic Navy that are also Fassmer designs. We also, of course, are one of the more prolific suppliers of lifeboats in the world and other safety equipment, fast rescue boats. We have the Fassmer 7-meter Raptor police and military rib boat that's built in Florida. We also are in the automotive industry. We're in the offshore wind power industry. That's another area where in this alliance, we're going to work together. Fassmer, by providing technology transfer and our knowledge of how to expertly and have the certifications to build key and critical components for the offshore wind power industry. We're going to be able to take that knowledge to Ciramar, and as a part of the expansion, be able to essentially create a new export potential for not only Ciramar, but for the actual country of the Dominican Republic.
From what I've read, the offering of the new shipyard is broad. But is there a particular niche by vessel type and or services that you believe will flourish immediately?
Well, for sure, within the vessel types that are already be able to be serviced and dry docked within the shipyard, that small to medium sized range, your smaller tankers, feeder container vessels, ballast water treatment retrofits. This is a topic that's well known. It's also well known that many more vessels are needing this retrofit and installation done than there are shipyards available to even do the work. So Fassmer itself, and in particular Fassmer Technical Projects, have been experts in not only participating in the design for these projects, but also the physical execution in shipyards as well as in service. And so that immediately is a new area that Ciramar or Dominicana Caribbean shipyards will be a viable option for. In other areas too, as Luis mentioned, there's a critical jobs that need to be done in the Dominican Republic related to dams that have to be dredged, both for the safety for the dam and for the people, also for power generation in the country to improve that because of the clogging that's happening at the dams. So immediately we'll be able to support them on that for the new build, bringing in relationships that we have with key companies to then physically allow more than 50% of this build to happen within the Dominican Republic at Ciramar Shipyards to then service the country as fast as possible and address those critical issues. And then, of course, just all being able to handle more scopes of work, because now Ciramar or Dominicana Caribbean Shipyards has the backing of Fassmer, increased labor support and availability from a larger pool of labor around the world, both Eastern European, American, and South American.